Conquer self-control. The first and most important victory is to triumph over oneself. From Plato. When you think about how important self-control is in your day-to-day existence, have you ever given it any thought? Conquer yourself before conquering the world is the service that we would like to provide you. When it comes to regulating and controlling their impulses and desires, which are the most important things to do to survive in a situation where you have to deal with fierce rivals, the answer is simply no. This is because the majority of people in their everyday routines do not pay attention to these things. People who can exercise greater self-control and who can exercise self-discipline are generally considered to be healthier and happier, according to industry experts. People who have a strong command over their cognitive processes, emotions, and behaviors not only thrive in their professional lives, but also enjoy a more fulfilling and trouble-free personal life. Consequently, we can assert that the most important secret to success is your self-discipline, your tenacity, and your punctuality. The cultivation and improvement of your sense of discipline, which will serve you well in both your personal and professional life, can be accomplished by cultivating and improving even just one aspect of self-control. There is a common misunderstanding regarding self-discipline, which is that it will take away our freedom. However, people ought to be aware of the fact that it enables us to live our lives in the manner that we choose. A change in our physical and mental health, as well as an increase in our chances of success in every aspect of life, whether it be in your personal or professional life, can be brought about by exercising self-control. Objectives. Just before we get into the specifics, allow me to first explain what the term self-control means. It is a unique and necessary quality that ensures you will achieve more success, accomplishment, and satisfaction in your life. Without question, out of the thousands of success principles that have been established throughout history, this one trait or practice will do more to ensure that you accomplish fantastic things and achieve a higher position where you want to be. When a person does not possess the ability to exercise self-control, it is impossible for them to ever accomplish what they are genuinely capable of accomplishing. Sometimes you are forced to deal with unfavorable circumstances that require you to demonstrate your capacity for self-control. However, you end up losing control of the situation, which makes things much more difficult for your survival. Having self-discipline is essential for your own life as well, in addition to being necessary while dealing with other people. For instance, if you are going to begin your journey to lose weight, prepare for your exams, or do anything else, you need to have the discipline to ensure that you are successful in achieving your goals. It is not appropriate to place blame on other people for your failure if you are not adhering to a regular timetable and maintaining discipline. Therefore, if you are not emerging victorious in any field, you are the only person who can be held responsible for your actions. Always keep in mind that the management of one's own life is more important than the management of things that occur outside of one's own life. If you are not a self-disciplined person, you can't accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself. In addition, it is well known that people who are unsuccessful lack discipline and are unable to exercise control over their behaviors and cravings, all of which hurt their productivity and success. When it comes to shaping a student's future, participation in one of the most prestigious educational institutions is of critical importance. Before you can conquer the world, you must first conquer yourself. You should begin by conducting an assessment of both your strengths and weaknesses. This is the first step you can take. When you are asked by an employer or any other person to list your strengths and weaknesses, you would sometimes start thinking about it, and as a result, you would not appropriately answer such a question. In addition, there are instances in which even highly competent individuals begin exploring the internet to discover their weaknesses, which is a concerning circumstance for them. Consequently, you must be conscious of both your talents and shortcomings, regardless of who you are. As soon as you find out who you are, things will become less difficult and more straightforward for you. Recognize and accept your shortcomings. You won't be able to triumph over them until you do. Remain committed to your desired objectives. If you want to become more disciplined, you need to have a crystal clear visualization of what you are going to accomplish and how you are going to get the results you want. In addition to this, you need to have a distinct comprehension of what success means to you. Develop an effective strategy for carrying out the plan and come up with a motto to help you stay focused. When you're finished setting your objectives and plans, the following step is to maintain your dedication and make sure that you reach your destination no matter what. Develop your competence in self-control. To a large extent, self-discipline is a learned behavior, and just like any other talent, it requires practice to become proficient. Just like going to the gym, developing self-discipline and willpower requires a significant amount of effort. Having self-discipline can be exhausting because it needs a lot of effort and concentration. Replace your routines. You must replace your negative routines with more positive ones. You should bear in mind, however, that there is one thing that will not immediately change things. All you need to do is maintain your concentration on performing one thing regularly and learn self-discipline with that objective in mind. It is a good idea, for instance, to begin by altering your sleeping patterns and then proceed to address the other negative impacts one at a time. Ensure that you have a contingency plan. The term implementation intention refers to a method that psychologists utilize to aid in the enhancement of willpower. Make sure you've had a variety of backup plans in place so that you can deal with any challenging or unfavorable circumstances that may arise. Because of this, your self-assurance will improve and you will be able to successfully deal with the issue. Give yourself a reward, because it has the potential to increase both your level of energy and your level of devotion to your task. You should not undervalue the power of anticipation. Moreover, once you have accomplished your objective, come up with a new objective and a new incentive to keep yourself moving forward. How can self-discipline contribute to one's level of success? Once you reach the high levels of personal management exhibited by successful individuals, you will very soon begin to get the same results that they do. Capability to make certain decisions. When people can exert control over their feelings, behaviors, and thoughts, it is much simpler for them to make challenging decisions. People who have a better degree of self-control can make more favorable decisions with less effort and spend less time analyzing the pros and cons of various options. You will experience a greater sense of contentment with the choices you make, regardless of whether you are experiencing feelings of loss or anything else that prevents you from making difficult choices. Your sense of self-worth will increase. To simultaneously improve your work ethic and your sense of self-worth, self-discipline is an extremely important factor. It will make it possible for you to make use of your experience to accomplish your attainable objectives. Your self-esteem will reach a new level on the occasion that you experience feelings of self-assurance and contentment as a result of the items that you have accomplished. Boosts concentration and focus. Self-discipline enables you to concentrate on the objectives you have set for yourself. It makes it easier for you to attain the results you want by sticking to your plans. As long as you keep your attention fixed on the objective at hand, you will be able to do everything that is required of you. Their aspirations and accomplishments in life are something that they eagerly anticipate at all times. Final thoughts. It is preferable to subdue oneself rather than to triumph in 1,000 different wars. The success stories made it abundantly clear that exercising self-control does not solely involve denying oneself pleasures. However, if you want to accomplish something, you must first learn to control your negative influences, attitudes, emotions, and thoughts. To do this, you will need to make a small sacrifice, which will ultimately result in improved comfort and benefits in the long run. To emerge successful, you should not be afraid to give up some of the comforts that you have come to rely on. Give yourself a challenge. You should begin to believe that you are capable of making a difference, and it is time to begin pursuing the goals and ambitions that you have set for yourself. Simply said, if you want to achieve new heights of achievement, you need to maintain your self-discipline and your motivation. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.